Hey folks, today I'm going to make the Rochester Hot Meat Sauce. This is very similar to the Texas Hot Wiener Sauce that you find down in the Mid-Hudson Valley and upper New Jersey. And it's kind of like a chili sauce, but it has different ingredients. It's really inspired by the Greek restaurants, diners and stuff in New York. And so I've got here my ingredients. I've got brown sugar, cinnamon, chili powder, allspice, cayenne pepper, cumin, ground cloves, tomato paste, an onion, salt, pepper, and I've got ground beef, but I'm not showing it here, but you'll see that in just a second. So I've got 1 pound of ground beef. So stay tuned, see how this comes together, and see if it's any good. It sounds really good to me. And traditionally in Rochester, it's used, there are several restaurants that make what's called the garbage plate. And I will be making a garbage plate with this. And the garbage plate consists of home fries, a couple of grilled hot dogs, and some baked beans. So you definitely want to stay tuned for this. Okay folks, I got all of my ingredients ready to go, and I'm over here at the stove, and I'm going to start by sauteing some onions. I've got a tablespoon of olive oil here. I'm going to saute the onions. And I forgot to mention a clove of garlic, clove of minced garlic. I'm not going to add that just yet. I'm just going to saute these onions for a few minutes. Let them get soft, nice and soft. And I'm going to add the garlic. So stay tuned, and I'll bring you back when these are sauteed. Okay, I went ahead and added my garlic to the onions, so they're simmered, they're sauteed. So now I'm just going to add a pound of lean ground beef. This is a ground sirloin, and it's very lean, so I'm not going to have to worry about too much grease. And to that, I'm going to go ahead and add the cup of water, because I've learned from making Cincinnati style chili is to add the water with the ground beef immediately, because that way you get a finer texture with the ground beef. So you can just mix this up. I know it kind of doesn't look very appealing at this point, but doing this will cause the ground beef to break down into smaller pieces, so you don't have to whip out an immersion blender or anything. But this will create, this will create the texture that you're going to want. Okay, I've got all my spices here, all my seasonings. I'm just going to go ahead and dump this in right now. So I have here a tablespoon of brown sugar, a teaspoon of fresh ground black pepper, a teaspoon of cayenne, a teaspoon of chili powder, a half a teaspoon of cumin, a quarter teaspoon of allspice, a quarter teaspoon of cinnamon, and a quarter teaspoon of ground cloves. So I'm just going to go ahead and dump all of that directly in at this point and mix that up. And now I have a full can of tomato paste, 6 ounces. All that goes in. Turn it down to medium. Now I can tell by looking at this, I'm going to need more water, so I'm going to add another cup. So I'm going to end up adding 2 cups of water to this, because this is going to simmer for probably about an hour. And that's the thing when you're cooking, you need to judge whether you need more or less of something. Because it's always easier to add more than it is to take it out. So start low and then work from that. Yeah, this looks like this is a better consistency that I would expect from a sauce. And once again, this is not a chili sauce. This is not chili. We're not making chili. Although I guess you could serve it as chili. Maybe they do. Okay, that's all mixed up really well. I'm going to put the top on this, let that simmer for about an hour, and then I'll check on it. So I'm going to turn this down to a simmer, turn it down low, let this simmer for an hour. So stay tuned, I'll be back in an hour. Okay, that's been an hour simmering on low with the top on, and I have to say, it smells incredible in here. Oh man. Now I purposely did not put salt in this yet because I wanted to wait until it had simmered, and because like I said earlier, it's easier to put in than it is to take out. So I can add the salt to taste. So let's give this a stir, and it looks really good. Reminds me an awful lot of Cincinnati style chili, DW. I think I might have a new Cincinnati chili recipe here. Okay, so let's get a taste here. Like I said, it smells incredible. Really good flavor. It's quite different than the Cincinnati style. It's very similar, but it's different. Definitely spicier with that cayenne pepper. So I'm going to go ahead and add a teaspoon kosher salt. And see how that tastes. Need another teaspoon. Not quite there. I'm going to need another teaspoon. So that's going to be 3 teaspoons of kosher salt in all. Like I said, it's easier to add than it is to take out. Oh, it's got some nice kick to it. Perfect on hot dogs. Spot on. So it's got some great flavor. Great flavor, folks. Okay. Now I'm going to make a garbage plate. So stay tuned. Okay, let's build ourselves a garbage plate. So I got some grilled hot dogs. I got some home fried potatoes. Got my Rochester Hot Meat Sauce, and I got some baked beans. So let's add some fried potatoes. Some baked beans. center that in the plate. There we go. And a couple of grilled hot dogs. Some of this Rochester Hot Meat Sauce. And it smells good. That sauce smells awesome. What do you say? Look good? Let's see what it tastes like. Get some beans, get some potatoes, some sauce. It's really good. Let's try that with the sauce and the hot dog. Plus the sauce. Oh, and a potato. Mmm. That is truly awesome. That sauce is incredible. I definitely love it. I'll definitely make it again. So there you have it. There's the Rochester Hot Meat Sauce and a garbage plate. Thanks for watching.